I bring to your attention a moment of great significance, the publication of my 95 Theses. These daring statements challenge the sale of I stand before you to delve deep into a defining moment in history, the publication of my 95 Theses. This courageous act of challenging the status quo and questioning the sale of indulgences would ignite a fire that would forever change the religious landscape, the Protestant Reformation. In these 95 Theses, I dared to expose the corruption and greed that had infected the Catholic Church. Let me provide you with a few examples. In Thesis 27, I wrote, "They preach only human doctrines who say that as soon as the money clinks into the money chest, the soul flies out of purgatory." This bold statement condemned the belief that purchasing indulgences could secure one's place in heaven. I insisted that salvation was a matter of faith and repentance, not monetary transactions. Another example can be found in Thesis 32, where I criticized the notion that forgiveness could be obtained through indulgences more easily than through sincere repentance. I argued that true contrition and turning away from sin were essential for genuine forgiveness from God. In Thesis 45, I challenged the belief that indulgences were capable of releasing souls from purgatory, stating, "Christians are to be taught that he who gives to the poor or lends to the needy does a better deed than he who buys indulgences." This assertion emphasized the importance of acts of charity and genuine compassion over the purchase of spiritual favors. Through these theses, I called for a return to the pure teachings of the Scriptures. I emphasized the need for a personal and direct relationship with God, unencumbered by the intermediaries of the Church. I urged individuals to study the Bible, interpret its message for themselves, and reject any teachings that deviated from its truth. Thesis 86 addressed the false promises made by indulgence preachers, stating, "Why does the Pope, whose wealth today is greater than the wealth of the richest Crassus, build the Basilica of Street Peter with the money of poor believers, rather than with his own money?" Here, I challenged the ethical implications of using the funds collected from the faithful for personal gain and grand construction projects. In Thesis 62, I questioned the very concept of indulgences, stating, "The true treasure of the Church is the most holy gospel of the glory and grace of God." I argued that the ultimate treasure lies in the gospel itself, not in the relics, ceremonies, or indulgences that had become the focus of the Church's attention. These examples, along with the others found within the 95 Theses, shook the foundations of the prevailing religious practices. They called into question the authority of the Church, emphasized the primacy of personal faith and relationship with God, and challenged the idea that salvation could be bought or earned through external means. The impact of the 95 Theses spread far beyond the doors of the church in Wittenberg. People from all walks of life resonated with the call for reform. The Theses sparked conversations and debates, challenging the authority of the church and inspiring individuals to think critically about their own faith. The Reformation became a grassroots movement fueled by the desire for spiritual freedom and a more authentic expression of Christianity. It empowered individuals to question the practices and teachings that had been unquestioned for centuries. The 95 Theses became a catalyst for change, igniting a flame of religious awakening across Europe. As we reflect upon this momentous event, let us not forget the bravery it took to challenge the established norms, to speak truth to power. The 95 Theses remind us that change begins with a single voice, with a willingness to confront injustice and fight for what is right. They serve as a testament to the power of conviction, the strength of individual agency, and the transformative potential of faith, indulgences, and sparked the Protestant Reformation. I called for a return to faith and repentance, urging individuals to seek a personal relationship with God.